Police union is lashing out again at Vermont's Attorney General.
It comes as body camera video is released showing the incident that led the AG to bring criminal charges against two troopers for using force against a man who suffered a serious injury. Eichmann, David, break this down for us.
Darren and Kat, the Troopers Association was highly critical when Attorney General Charity Clark decided to bring criminal charges against the two troopers for that incident that happened in Newfane last year. Now they're pointing to a letter Clark wrote, which they say shows her justification for the charges applies to the wrong legal standard to the troopers' actions.
We do not understand the basis for criminal charges, and it is an unusual move for our association to publicly challenge the Attorney General's office.
Troopers Association Executive Director Michael O'Neill is talking about this incident from June of 2022, captured on newly released body camera video. Vermont State Trooper Sergeant Ryan Wood and Trooper Zachary Trokey had responded to a call from a homeowner in Newfane about a visitor acting irrationally and causing damage.
Be real honest with me, man. What's he high on?
I think it's just heroin and cocaine.
Wood and Trokey communicated with 61-year-old Marshall Dean, who was on the roof.
Hey, bud, we're here to help you. What do you got in your hand? What do you got in your hand? Put it on the ground now! We want to help you. Put it on the ground now.
Concerned for what at the time believed was a saw in his hand.
Drop the saw. Drop the saw.
The troopers tried to communicate for about 2 minutes before they fired a beanbag round.
Beanbag, beanbag, beanbag.
Beanbag. Good. Drop the saw. Drop the saw. Drop the saw. Drop the saw.
Soon after being struck, Dean fell about 15 feet to the ground and was seriously injured. The Attorney General concluded the use of force was not justified because Dean posed no immediate danger to anyone. Wood and Trokey were charged with reckless endangerment. The Troopers Association says the video shows the use of the beanbag is not what caused Dean to fall from the roof.
He made a decision to change his position. He tried to get down on all fours, which may have been an attempt to comply, but he slid off the roof.
Now, the Troopers Union is pointing to a letter to a constituent in which Attorney General Charity Clark writes, police use of force is only justified when it is objectively reasonable and necessary to defend against an imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury to the officer or to another person.
It was clear in her letter that there is a clear misunderstanding of what issue she is dealing with. This was an issue involving the use of non-lethal force.
O'Neill says Clark is errantly applying the standard for when police use lethal force. But in this case, the troopers used non-lethal force, which has a completely different standard.
Our members did not use lethal force. In fact, their intent was to avoid using lethal force, which is why they used a beanbag round to try to gain the compliance of this man.
Attorney General Clark was not available today for an interview to respond to the union. Instead, her office issued a statement saying the court found probable cause for the charge of reckless endangerment in this case. We look forward to putting the evidence before the community. Criminal charges against police officers in Vermont for using force are extremely rare, but this case comes at a time of heightened public scrutiny for actions in the line of duty. While the criminal charges are pending, the two troopers are suspended without pay. Darren, Kat.
Ike, thank you.